Hi, gentlemen. It is Thursday. Oh yes, this is my ever-present list, in case you're wondering. First off, I'd like to say sorry for not being able to post so sooner. I've been very busy lately with my musical and going back and forth between places, doing chores, doing my geometry course. Not to mention my camera was broken and it has a severe battery loss problem. It's been quite busy, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to post sooner. Justin, the hump day thing. Luckily, I grew up with my parents, or my mom, using that term, so thankfully I knew what that meant before you said it, and my mind didn't go down the gutter. And I was introduced to it before my beautiful, innocent, childlike mind was not so innocent. First off, I did not know that octaves were exactly double that frequency, and it just got me thinking that if you wanted to measure an exact octave, like say perfectly tuned a guitar, you could see if the frequency was perfectly divided by 2. I'm sorry, I know that's a really odd thing to say to that, but it's what I thought of. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Oh my god. They're such a nuisance. First off, I'd like to say that I just went through my entire house with a spiderweb duster and killed every single mosquito in my house, which was about 50. I'm not even kidding, I'm speaking completely literally. I ended up feeling like Jack from Lord of the Flies. It was quite fun, and I could see why they did that. I use the same strategy as you do. Put a big hood over your head, wear really long jeans, and then spray your hood with the mosquito repellent. I do that same strategy, and yet they still manage to bite me. I don't know how that happens. I just finished reading The Lost World by Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton's awesome. Read a book by him. In the book, there are Velociraptors, and they're the bad guy of the book because they're incredibly intelligent, efficient predators. And there's a scene in there where they're trying to fight off Velociraptors from getting into a certain area, and it made me think of mosquitoes, because every single time we open a door, they try to come in, they do come in, and then they tear us to shreds. Again, I don't know where I'm getting these analogies tonight, but I am, so awesome. Now, about the music thing. You guys both had very good ideas about this. I've always thought, for some reason, you can comment on this all you want, criticize it. I've always thought that, for some reason, humans just have an appeal to I wouldn't say certain frequencies, but an appeal to consistent frequencies. You know, frequencies that make sense. Logical music. Where if you go from the 1 to the 4 to the 1 to the 4 to the 5, I just completely spit that out, so if it makes any musical sense whatsoever. I was thinking, with the arrangement of those patterns of frequencies, which is chords or chord progressions, why do you think it triggers emotions? And I've always thought humans have always had this undying want for logic and reason and organization. Otherwise it'd just be anarchy, chaos. And I think as the human society progresses, we start to have more of a desire for that organization, whereas the primal instinct tells us to either stick together in groups or stay independent from groups, because they will, attack you. I don't know. These are just random thoughts going through my head. I always thought it just had something to do with logic and the arrangement of frequencies and logical patterns. Tell me your comment. Like the classical composer, Hans Zimmer, I don't know if you've heard of him, Justin. Adam, I know you've heard of him. He's this really fantastic soundtrack composer, and his melodies just make so much sense to me. His chord progressions make complete sense. His melodies are right on cue with those chord progressions, not to mention they're very moving. And all of his music just seems to hit this chord with me, that it just makes sense. It makes so much sense that it brings me to certain emotions, like you said, Adam, and just like playing certain songs gives me physical rushes as well. And I don't really know why music gives you physical rushes. I'll have to look into that or ask some friends or teachers or parents or stuff about that. But thank you for the input. That was very much appreciated and very interesting, both of you. Well, it's getting pretty late and I need to edit my video, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.